Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Weekend Wrap Up. Here it is, Easter weekend, Josh, and
It is.
we've got a little bit to talk about today, but not a huge agenda.
Not a large amount. There were county didn't have any meetings at all this week. The city just had one, and then I went to a little utility board meeting. So we'll cover that and a few other things. So,
and there's a lot of Easter egg hunts that's taking place this week.
Lots more plastic Easter egg hunts today as we speak from 10 to 1, I believe, at HV Griffin, Chauveau First Church of the Nazarene. I think they said they had 10,000 eggs for their event going on right now. Rosenwald Community Center has theirs at noon on Tillman Street. I think my neighborhood is doing a private neighborhood one this afternoon. I'm going to, so lots of eggs around.
So the Easter Bunny is wide open right now.
The Easter Bunny is hopping all over the place.
Well, before we dive into all this stuff, Josh, let's hear from our sponsors. Of course, we have Dennis Young Insurance. We want to thank him, and we've got Coldwell Banker Southern Realty, the Dream Team.
Yeah,
the Arnolds. Yes. And then we've got
Cutting Edge
Optical over on North Main Street.
Yeah.
Let's stop and take a break, hear from them, and we'll dive in when we get back.
For clear vision and trusted care, choose Cutting Edge Optical. We offer comprehensive eye exams powered by 20/20 exams, expert contact lens fittings, and a wide selection of quality frames to match your style and budget. Need glasses fast? We even offer same-day eyeglasses to keep you seeing clearly without the wait. Our experienced team is committed to personalized service and helping you see your best every day. Visit Cutting Edge Optical at 1114 North Main Street in Shelbyville or call 931-488-5778 to schedule your appointment today.
Get the results you want with the personalized service you deserve at Dennis Young Insurance Agency.
As a local independent agency, we offer coverage from several different companies, including Erie. So whether it's auto, home, life, personal, or business, we can find the right coverage to meet your unique insurance needs. And with a rate lock advantage, your rates won't go up as long as you do not change drivers, autos, or addresses. Contact us at Dennis Young Insurance Agency, insuring Shelbyville and surrounding areas since 1988.
When you're ready to buy or sell in Middle Tennessee, you want someone who knows this community inside and out. Meet Diane and Madison Arnold, Shelbyville's trusted real estate team with decades of local experience and award-winning results. Whether it's finding your dream home, pricing your property to sell, or navigating every step of the transaction with confidence, they're with you from start to finish. As part of Coldwell Banker Southern Realty, they pair hometown expertise with powerful market tools to help you move with confidence. Call Diane and Madison today and experience the personal service and local knowledge that makes all the difference.
All righty. Welcome back into the Weekend Wrap Up. Josh, you've got a few things to tell us about. Dive in, man.
A few things. Nothing big. Hopefully we'll be done pretty quick today and you can get out and hunt your Easter eggs. Monday morning, I went to a meeting of the Bedford County Utility District Board. They were reviewing a draft wholesale water agreement with Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill is in need of some extra water. They keep having a lot of expansion there, just like the rest of Middle Tennessee does. And they're looking to sell them a minimum of 100,000 gallons a day. They could ask for more, and BCUD wouldn't be obligated, but they could give them as much as maybe 250,000 gallons a day when they need it. They have not voted on this. This will get voted on later this month, but they're expecting to set the rate at 75% of what their retail rate is, since it's a wholesale contract. That amount of water will help take care of about 400 residential units in Chapel Hill. This will not happen immediately. The construction hasn't even started on that subdivision yet. They're saying maybe 16 to 18 months, and they would possibly vote on this at the April board meeting. I posted this online on Monday. There was a lot of comments and back and forth. I think there's a little misunderstanding of Bedford County Utility District. Just because they've got Bedford County in the name, they're in no way under the control or oversight or anything of the county government.
Right.
They are a separate, independent entity. They have a set service area that they operate in. It's only part of the county. It's not all of the county. There were people that asked, why are you selling water to Chapel Hill when we got issues in War Trace and Bell Buckle? War Trace has their own independent utility company. Bell Buckle has their own independent utility company.
Yep.
BCUD would be happy to sell water to them, and they do have an agreement with Bell Buckle already as kind of a backup deal. But they can't just go in and take over those. Each of those have separate agreements. They're all independent from each other. They don't have the oversight happens at the state level. So Bedford County Utility District can't just go in and take over all the water connections in Bedford County, even outside the city limits of everywhere. So they can only work in their service area. They feel like they have the capacity. They've got a 4 million gallon per day water treatment facility now that they're not using all of it, and they are in the midst of an expansion to 6 million gallons.
And they're in the business to sell water, so they got to sell water where they can to keep the customer flow. They got to have customers.
Well, they've got to have water revenue coming in to pay to operate that water treatment.
I think,
plant.
Josh, this little mix up that we saw online is a misconception of anything that says Bedford County in it. Everybody jumps automatically. The default switch goes to Bedford County government.
Yeah, people thought, it's election season. The commissioners, we could elect some new commissioners, fix this. Nobody on the Bedford County Commission is going to go in and do anything about BCUD. They don't have the authority to. No. Bedford County Utility District has an independent board. They're elected. They hold elections every year or two for 1 or 2 members. You have to be a customer to vote. It's a 1-day deal. I think it's like from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You literally go into their office on Bethany Lane.
Yeah.
Cast your vote for who goes into those spots. They had to have been nominated ahead of time. So it's if you don't like what's going on there, you would have to vote in new board members. That's how that works. So county mayor can't do anything about this. County commissioners can't do anything about this. You could go up to the state, as has happened in some other instances, and try to get something done. But these exist all over the state of Tennessee, these type of utility districts, and they operate independently of the local government.
Yep.
So
it's confusing for people, and unless you get into it and dive into it and start watching and look at how things are structured, you don't know these things. So people automatically see Bedford County and jump to that. So hopefully, maybe if we can help when we see stuff like this, just tell people, and everybody help one another to understand how things operate. Maybe we'll start to gain a little knowledge. And
their general manager came in and met and spoke with you a month or 2 ago about some things. They're more open. They've had some changes in management there to putting information out, trying to get things a little more public. They'd always been kind of off to the side. Nobody knew a lot about them. They were kind of a closed book. So they're looking to get more information out in the public as well and get people informed. So one other side note that happened just at the end of that meeting that I wanted to bring up, we had a discussion a couple months ago about Tennessee Downs going to the state to ask for some relief on utilities. They actually came back to BCUD within the last couple of weeks and asked for what's called a hydraulic analysis, which is basically just saying, hey, we want to build some stuff at this location. Can you provide the water? So BCUD has done a hydraulic analysis on the location of Tennessee Downs. They have told them that they can provide them 50,000 gallons a day, which is what they were asking for, with no issue. They said they've got no issue with that. Tennessee Downs said if that project goes forward, they were expecting about 250 taps, which we're not sure exactly what all is going in there, but that seems like it's going to be some kind of condo units, maybe 250 of those. So they have told them that they are able to do that. So now that that's going on behind the scenes, it seems like maybe there's a little movement on Tennessee Downs, which has been kind of stagnant for about three or four years.
I think
I think there's more is going to be coming out within the next few weeks or months on Tennessee Downs. I think they may be trying to make some motion.
That'd be good to know what's going on. Everybody asks, well, what's going on out there? And everybody speculates. And when you don't have a clear communication, and I think COVID on the front end kind of hampered things, and then just a lot of issues have taken place. And
so
it happens that way a lot of times.
It does. So there is some movement. We'll I'll keep an eye on that, and if more anything newsworthy comes out on that, we'll definitely report on it. So only city or county meeting of the entire week was Tuesday evening. That was the city council study session. I just happened to be at that one. Right at the beginning, something I was not expecting, we had a couple speakers from the public come in. This was and I'm going to slaughter this, but I think is it the Frierson Aiken Historic District, which is over kind of, is it North Jefferson Street over there? Kind of a block off of Main Street. you've got some residential area there, and they feel like people have been using that as a cut through, and they got kids playing and stuff. So they have asked if the speed limit could be reduced there to 20 miles an hour, since it's more residential than it is anything else. So I don't know what'll come of that, but they did actually come in and make that request officially.
It's really not a bad idea.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
drive
They
through
said
there.
kids have been, there in cars just flying. So they asked for speed bumps. The city doesn't do speed bumps, but they could lower the speed limit. So there was discussion, and there will be a vote this coming week on the annual Mule and Bluegrass Festival. That's one of the bigger events that happens over at the Celebration Grounds. Cooper Steel Arena, I think, mainly it happens in. They've asked for another $5,000. I would imagine they will get that. 2 seats on the Shelbyville Power, Water, and Sewer Board are up for re-election, currently held by Thomas Johnson and David Coffey. Every time those come up, everybody has to reapply, so they will likely reapply. We don't know that yet, but it's wide open to anybody that meets the qualifications. That'll be published in the paper once this is approved. Applications will be due by April 24th. We will interview them at the May 14th City Council meeting and pick the next 2 members, which could very well be the same members that are there. So a lot of times they just get revoted in. So there was some talk of additional TDOT funding for the River Walk and River Overlook of $1.4 million. That project has now reached $3.1 million total. TDOT's covering $2.5 million of that. Shelbyville Power came to the meeting, request a permanent closure of South Main Street in front of their building. I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah,
that's going to go through the Planning Commission and some other steps. So Remington Farms PUD was recommended to go back to the Planning Commission. We'll see where that goes. That's still
Due to some changes in the
there's been a lot of
layout,
changes in that since that was first brought forth. So we're going to see where that goes. There's a rezoning on West Jackson Street that has been controversial. That's been ongoing for a while. Not sure what's going to come of that. That'll be discussed a lot more, I think, at this Thursday's meeting. Some rezonings on South Cannon Street. Those are not controversial. I think they'll go through. And then a budget amendment. There's been a lot of things that have been passed through the council in the past year, and all that has to make it in the final budget. So we've got things like $250,000 for the Riverview District, $45,000 for retail strategies, $15,000 for the city hall sign, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of things that get passed through the year. They weren't in the budget last July when it was passed. So we have to get all that all cleaned up before the end of the budget year. So, and then really the last thing that was on that agenda was there was a resolution that is going to set the upcoming city election November 3rd. Wards 2, 4, 6, and the mayor are up for re-election. So we will we'll see where that goes. And really that was it at that meeting. I did have one other thing that I came across yesterday. I was looking at the unemployment numbers on the state website, and they had a page that I had not noticed before. It was commuter data for Bedford County. So I want to talk about that for a second. In Bedford County, currently we have 22,000 people employed in Bedford County is what the state's official numbers show. Only 7,200 of those work in Bedford County. So
that actually live here.
They live here and they work here. 14,000, according to the state, 14,668 people live in Bedford County, but they drive and go to work every day. So they actually have broken it down by county. There's obviously the biggest one, Rutherford County, 4,000 people, Davidson, 3,400, Williamson, 1,200, Coffee, 900, and so on and so forth. Just to point out something that we've covered a lot here recently, as we continue to put in rooftops, somehow we got to find a way to get the industry and the jobs coming into the county as well. So rooftops is fine, but if you don't have the jobs to go with it,
you end up with a bigger number.
You end up with a bigger number going to Rutherford,
column.
Davidson, Williamson County. And,
so this statistic proves that we are a bedroom community,
right?
A hotel
by a 2-to-1 margin.
Yeah. Okay. So where does the conversation go to address this? I mean, we talk about getting these businesses to come
right
now, and everybody wants to get this big name and this big name and this big name that's drawn by a demographic that will support those big names.
Right.
Like you look at Tullahoma, the demographics are different. I would like to see, and maybe I can do a little research and find a comparison on our up-to-date demographics compared to surrounding counties.
Right.
Let's compare ourselves to Rutherford County demographically as far as not median income. I would like to find the average income because that means more.
Right.
That gets the numbers closer to home. And I think that's what these larger corporations that we scream at, we want a Publix and we want this and we want that, whatever the name is. I think they have that data and we don't know what that data is. We need to find out that data so we can understand why we're getting rejected on some things.
Yeah.
And you being on city council and all, you might have a deeper dive into the demographics. Let's retail strategies. Do they have any type of data that can go to the average income?
I think they do. That's part of what they're looking at. That's part of what they're pitching to these retail companies is here's what our data is. Here's the direction it's trending. Hopefully it's trending in the right direction. Then they are using that to try to pull in these other big retail companies and try to get them into the area. So, because they're not going to come here. It's not just traffic count. They also do need that demographic data. They're not going to come into a community that's not going to go in and shop in their store.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And that's the thing. I think that's the one factor that you really can't. Well, I guess you could. You could look at your sales tax revenue increase or decrease.
Yeah.
And where it's at. Is it in the food service industry? Is it in convenient markets? Is it in hotel, motel? You got ways you can break that down. I think all these companies look at that. So I don't know. Is the question goes back to, are more rooftops the key factor that these companies look at? And I have to say, no, it's not. It's not just that.
It's just part of the puzzle.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely not all the puzzle. So but with that is honestly all I had for this week. I know it's Easter weekend. We didn't have a lot going on. This coming week is jam-packed. And let's hear from our sponsors one more time, and then let's get into what's coming up in the upcoming week.
All right. So, we'll be right back.
For clear vision and trusted care, choose Cutting Edge Optical. We offer comprehensive eye exams powered by 20/20 exams, expert contact lens fittings, and a wide selection of quality frames to match your style and budget. Need glasses fast? We even offer same-day eyeglasses to keep you seeing clearly without the wait. Our experienced team is committed to personalized service and helping you see your best every day. Visit Cutting Edge Optical at 1114 North Main Street in Shelbyville or call 931-488-5778 to schedule your appointment today.
Get the results you want with the personalized service you deserve at Dennis Young Insurance Agency.
As a local independent agency, we offer coverage from several different companies, including Erie. So whether it's auto, home, life, personal, or business, we can find the right coverage to meet your unique insurance needs. And with a rate lock advantage, your rates won't go up as long as you do not change drivers, autos, or addresses. Contact us at Dennis Young Insurance Agency, insuring Shelbyville and surrounding areas since 1988.
When you're ready to buy or sell in Middle Tennessee, you want someone who knows this community inside and out. Meet Diane and Madison Arnold, Shelbyville's trusted real estate team with decades of local experience and award-winning results. Whether it's finding your dream home, pricing your property to sell, or navigating every step of the transaction with confidence, they're with you from start to finish. As part of Coldwell Banker Southern Realty, they pair hometown expertise with powerful market tools to help you move with confidence. Call Diane and Madison today and experience the personal service and local knowledge that makes all the difference.
All righty. Welcome back to the weekend wrap-up. Josh, what do we got coming up this week?
I got a lot busier schedule on the upcoming week than I had last week. Starting today, we've got we talked about already, Easter egg hunts, 10 o'clock at HB Griffin, currently going on right now, noon at the Rosenwald Community Center on Tillman Street. And then I will also be at my neighborhood Easter egg hunt later in the afternoon. So,
exciting.
Yes, exciting. I know. Lots of Easter eggs this weekend. Tuesday evening, the chamber is having a business after hours. I will hopefully be at that. That's on, I believe it's one of the first banks on North Main Street.
Okay, so what happens at that?
I think it's
Business
just kind of a
after hours.
mingle, kind of a meet and mingle of business owners. And
So the business is monkey business.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
Yeah, Wednesday, got a Rotary Club luncheon at noon. Somebody from National Pen will be speaking at that. Wednesday evening, this is not an open event, but I'll be sitting in on some interviews with all the primary candidates. Those videos should be posted Thursday or Friday by the Bedford County Republican Party. Thursday evening, city council meeting. We'll be discussing everything that just happened at the study session. And then Friday evening, this is a big one for the county election. This is the first big meet the candidates at the Ag Center, 6:30 to 8:30. This should be most, if not all of the candidates for county government will
Right.
be at this. So that'll be a big one. And then Saturday morning, VFW breakfast, 7 to 9:30 next Saturday. So
That's a good
another-
event.
That's a good event. Yeah. $10, all you
$10.
can eat breakfast.
All you can eat breakfast. Can't
You
beat
can't
that.
beat that. Can't
No.
beat that.
No.
So yeah.
So Josh, it's been not as busy as normal.
Not as busy as normal, but it's going to be a busy upcoming week.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
busy upcoming week.
Yeah.
Everybody get out there today, get some Easter eggs. Everybody gets to church in the morning.
Yeah.
Celebrate Easter.
Hopefully the storms coming through tonight will be gone and everybody will be able to get up and go to church
Should
early.
be done
tomorrow.
by in the morning.
There's a
check
few-
with Elijah Kirby. He'll
Yeah.
let you know for sure.
And
So,
we've got some sunrise services that'll be taking place. Hopefully we will have some clear weather for those.
yeah, definitely.
But
So,
we want to wish everybody a happy Easter and hope you get to enjoy time with your family tomorrow. And we'll be back next week with another weekend wrap up.
we will. Same place, same time, same channel.
That's it.
So,